Thank you for purchasing an e-beach wagon, or maybe even thinking about purchasing an e-beach wagon. In this video, I'll go over the delivery process and unboxing and assembly. Assembly is really easy because the e-beach wagon comes mostly assembled. There's just a couple minor steps you got to take to get you up and running. Let's go ahead and dive in. In most locations, your e-beach wagon will be delivered by an LTL freight company, which is less than truckload. The box comes on a pallet. It'll come down off of a lift gate, and then they'll drop it off in the street by your driveway. They're not responsible for moving the package from your driveway into your garage. So that's what you're responsible for. Unless you're inside our service area that we deliver to, then we will do that for you. But if you're outside our service area, the LTL freight company will drop it off in the street. Now, it's real easy to move from the street to wherever you want it to go. All you need is a hand cart. But if you don't have a hand cart, you can easily just lay the box down and then unbox it and assemble it right here in the street before you bring it in. Just pay attention to the markings on the side of the box. There are two options for this side up, okay? And on the top of the package, you'll notice where the unit number of the wagon is listed. So that is the top. So that can either be up, or you can lay it down like so to open the box right here. But if you have a hand cart, go ahead and put the hand cart under the wagon, lean back, and now we can go ahead and bring the package up to the garage. Now that I have the package where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and lay it down and unbox it. All you'll need is a utility knife to open it up, and you don't need any other tools for assembly. Now, the package weighs about 170 pounds with all the packaging. So one person can handle it, but certainly if you don't think you can handle it, get some assistance from someone else. So first we'll just lay it down. Make sure you pay attention to this side up arrow before you do that. And then we're going to go ahead and cut these straps. And then we can discard the pallet. Then we can go ahead and cut the shrink wrap. And now you're ready to unbox it. Inside the box you have your charger, so I'm just going to take that out, put it off to the side, your wagon handle, some pro tips for the Gen 2 wagon, so be sure to read that and go through that. And then we have some parts here that are useful that we'll go over in a bit. And then you have your front and rear railings here and your side railings here on top of the wagon. Once you have everything removed off the top of the wagon, now you're ready to stand the wagon back up, the box back up, and then you can remove the wagon. To do so, you want to put the lid to the box in front of the box with enough room that you can stand this box up without hitting that lid. So I've already set that up. Let's go ahead and lift this up like so. And then you want to get yourself in a good position like here to hold the wagon from falling out. Now I'm just going to push this lid up against the edge of the box there, and now I'm going to start to lean the wagon out towards me. Now be careful, the two front wheels are not attached to the wagon, they're underneath the wagon, so you'll feel those start to move as we slide this wagon out. And then I'm just going to hold it just like that and reach into the box to grab the two wheels. Now this wagon is actually a used wagon, so you may be able to tell I just boxed up my used wagon to show you this video. Put those on top, and then here on the front axles you have two little D safety pins. You remove one of those and then slide the wheelies wheel on so that the air valve is pointing to the outside. And then you go ahead and put your safety clip in, lock it, and then do the same thing on the other side. Once you have the two front wheels on, then you're ready to fully remove the wagon from the box and set it on top of the lid. And what I do is I grab the steering column here with both hands, and I put my leg underneath of the wagon so that I use my body as leverage and lift up on the wagon, slide it out, place it down on top of the lid, and then we can get this box out of the way. Now once I have it here, I can just start to lay it down on it'll hit the back wheels first, and then guide it down nice and gently. Then you'll want to remove all the shrink wrap from your handle, your railings, and the wagon. And the railings is pretty simple. You just pull up on one side, stretch it just like that. And similar on the wagon, just pull up on one corner. And then on the handle as well. Now you're ready to plug in the handle. You remove the safety pin there, put the handle in with the plug to the right, secure it with the safety pin, lock that there, and then underneath the wagon there's the receiving end to this plug, and this little push button will go into the receiving end of the plug, and you push it in until you hear it click. Before you install your railings, you're going to want to connect your battery. Now for all shipments in the US, the battery will already come installed. Just lift up on the wagon bed. It's installed, but it's not plugged in. For most international orders, your battery will ship separately, so you'll need to install the battery. To install the battery, simply remove these thumb screws on both sides, and then you can slide the battery right into place. Put the bracket back on the battery and tighten it up. Now you'll want the plug to the battery to be on the same side as the plug that goes into the motor, and facing the front, more towards the front of the wagon. So to plug in the battery, you take the cap off the battery first, and then you'll notice these two big prongs that plug into the two big receiving prongs of the battery pack, and you'll see this unlock, twist counterclockwise, and lock goes clockwise. So you'll first need to unlock and then plug in and then lock. So unlock, plug in, and then lock, and now your battery is plugged in. Now it's time to put the wagon bed back into place, and then put your railings on. You just slide the railings into the holes in the frame, front, back, side one, and side two, and now you're all done. Now your wagon is fully assembled and almost ready to use. Before you start using the wagon, make sure you check the tire pressure on all four wheels. It's critical not to overinflate your tires, so you'll need a low pressure air gauge to check the tire pressure. And the maximum tire pressure on Wheelie's wheels is 4 psi. The recommended tire pressure is 2.5 psi. In the description of this video, we have another video of instructions on how to check and inflate the Wheelie's tires. On your pro tips, there's a air valve extender that is useful in adding air to the tires. There's also these little rubber plugs. On the bottom of the motor enclosure box is a little drain hole with these rubber plugs. Sometimes they may get caught on debris and get pulled out, so we provide you some replacements. There's a drain plug provided there in case you get inundated with water. If you run the wagon through standing water and it seeps in through the motor box, you'll want to drain the water out by pulling that plug out. And then finally, we have one other video referenced in the description of this video to show you how to operate the wagon. So be sure to check that out and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.